in the end, we've talked about the effect of enzymes, BAL, and everything. So what are the products of digestion and what is it used for? Now, I want you to please pay attention. This is, I made this as a different video because I have some explanations to really do. Now, hear this part. When we started this series on enzymes, I made mention of something called metabolism, which I said it means to build up, which we called anabolism, and to break down, which we called catabolism. And I told you the two of them forms metabolism. Okay? Now, let's now get something right. It's gonna sound somehow funny right now, like we build up, we break down to build up. Get that statement? We break down to build up. So the starch we broke down, the starch was broken down into glucose. The protein was broken down into amino acid. The lipids or fat was broken down into fatty acid and glycerol. These are absorbed into the bloodstream. But you know what? When it gets to the bloodstream, it forms another carbohydrate. For example, this one will become glycogen. This will become protein again. This will become fat again. So you're like, why are we doing that? Yes, we broke it down so that it can be absorbed into the cells. If it remains the way it is, it can't work in the cell. So we break it down to absorb it in the cell. Then when it gets into the cell, it does its job. Then as time goes on, it builds up again to form what we are. Let's read this together. The products of digestion are used to do what? Build up new carbohydrates, glycogen, lipids, and protein required by the cells to function properly. Can I say this, submit this to you? The cell you have, that cell, like normal cell, you know, the cell membrane contains protein, carbohydrates, and lipids for real. Those of you that are my A-level students, if I've taken it before, or my A-level students know what I'm talking about, or in A-levels, you know generally that the cell membrane has phospholipids, has cholesterol. Those are lipids. Has carbohydrates there, has protein there. So the food you've eaten, the amino acids that was broken down from your protein, will be used to form those things, to form the protein channel. The lipids you've eaten that was broken down to fatty acid and glycerol will be used to form the phospholipids on the cell membrane. So some glucose are released from carbohydrates that is broken down, is used in respiration to release energy to fuel all the activities of the cell. So the glucose, of course, not all of them will be used to build something. Some will be used immediately or is being used intermittently to give us energy. Amino acids are used to build new proteins like what? Enzymes, antibodies. So the enzyme in itself is also formed from the broken down form of protein, which is amino acids. Because enzymes are protein, so it helps to break down protein to form amino acids, which is also used to form itself. How nice. The product of lipids digestion can be used to build what? New cells, new cell membranes, and hormones. There's some hormones that have fatty components, so to say, or that has lipid components in them. That's when you talk about action of hormones or mechanism of hormones. That is in those are doing medicine. My medical students should have seen video on endocrine system on that, so to say. So basically, this explains the products of digestion. Hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.